right now, if you this will blow your mind. If you told me, all right, here's another. If you said, Michael, sitting here right now, which quarterback is more likely to be traded? If you had to bet, if I had to bet this house, if you forced me to bet this house I'm in right now on whether Russell Wilson or Deshaun Watson were going to be traded this offseason, I would say it would be Russell Wilson.
Wow.
I would place that bet. I would say the more likely person to get traded is Russell Wilson at this point. Well, for starters, just yesterday we learned
there it is
that the Seahawks, while not actively shopping him, are both making and taking calls on Russell Wilson. And they're not happy about how this is all played out, which we've known that. Various people have said that, whether it was immediately after the Dan Patrick interview, whether it was Mike Silver the other day, we've seen reports from a lot of different sources that the Seahawks aren't happy about Russell Wilson putting their business in the street. I know you don't think he's going anywhere this year. I know our resident Seahawks expert, Jason Johnson, doesn't think he's going anywhere this year. I think where there's smoke, there's fire.
It's a good story. Yeah,
and
I agree.
He had a list. I told you when he had a list. You don't make a list if you haven't, you don't go back from a list. In a relationship, in a marriage, there's certain things that you just cannot take back. Like,
right.
And set aside the cap hit. The cap hit is gargantuan if it's pre-June 1. If it's post-June 1, it's still a harsh cap hit, but not as bad. I'm setting aside the finance for a second because you can work around that. Like, there's a certain threshold. It's like, wait, here is my list, and I'm making it public. He didn't tell the Seahawks that he has a list privately. His agent told the media, here are the teams to whom he would like to go to.
Yeah.
That's not nothing. That's not an attention grab. Like, that's not, okay, I just feel like throwing a tantrum, so maybe you'll finally pay attention to your quarterback who's you paid all his money to, who's the face of your franchise. Like, he wants out. I do believe that they don't like how he's going about it, and it would be a dereliction of duty if they were not both taking and making calls on Russell Wilson. Why not? Why can't you make a call on Russell Wilson? Why can't you shop him while not actively shopping him? Damn that, actively shop him. He's already taken the pressure off you. He's already said he wants out. You gonna hurt his feelings if you actively shop him? If you say, hey man, I know you got Raiders, Saints, Cowboys, and Bears on your list, but check this out, partner. We were on the phone with this team, and they said they'd give us this. What you think? You might want to reconsider this. If you want out, here you go. Here's your opportunity. So if I'm the Seahawks, you talk about taking who's in charge, I'm taking the power back in this context, and I am now shopping him, short of putting a for sale sign on his lawn wherever he lives in Seattle. I am shopping him if I'm the Seahawks to see if it makes sense for us. And then, if it's not one of those teams on that list, see if it makes sense for him. But he's already opened the door, walk through it. Why not? So this to me is a precursor. It's going. I said it when the list came out. Now, after yesterday's news, I am more convinced it's going to happen. How they do the accounting, how they manage the cap situation, and to whom remains to be seen. But it's going to happen. I don't think this is just something that just goes come training camp, be like, oh, go Hawks. Oh, no big deal. That's in the past. Bygones be bygones. No, it's going to happen. He's out.
Now, this really is exciting. And you know what? I think I need to apologize to somebody. I can't remember who it was. I think it was somebody was doing a podcast. It may have been a college student. Whoever it was, you know who you are. You asked me the question. I kind of dismissed it. You were right. I was wrong. And the question, Mike, was, do you think that this movement from NFL quarterbacks is akin to what's happening in the NBA? And I said, no, it's a little different. NBA, players want it to happen and it happens. And general managers just really are helpless in a lot of cases. But maybe it's not fully NBA type movement, but we're going somewhere. This is different. We haven't seen this in the NFL before. This is exciting. You're having if we're making the NBA comparison, LeBron did his thing and then the gates flung open because LeBron started it. And now we just saw the 43-year-old dude, Tom Brady, leaves New England, and now there's activity. We got activity. We got Deshaun Watson wanting to move, and Russell Wilson wanting to move, and Matthew Stafford moving. We're on to something. I look forward to it, and I think if he is moved, maybe it's not one of those 4 teams that's on his list. Because if the Seahawks are opening it up, that tells you that there are a lot of teams out there that desperately need quarterbacks, and they're not in a position to draft what they need. Or if they are in position to draft what they need, they say, well, wait a minute. Why wouldn't I take Russell Wilson over Justin Fields? I just don't know. Why wouldn't I take Russell Wilson over Trey Lance? I'll take Russell Wilson. And I'm right in the game.